Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends and dreamer. When we think of intelligence, we often picture brilliant minds excelling in science, philosophy, or technology. But what if I told you that intelligence isn't just about knowledge or accomplishments? What if I told you that true intelligence is about the way we navigate the world, shape our decisions, and manage our lives with resilience, grace, and vision? Today, let's talk about the habits of highly intelligent women, the women who transform not only their own lives, but also the lives of those around them. These are women who, through their actions, wisdom, and mindset, embody a deeper, more enduring form of intelligence. And I believe that each of us, regardless of where we stand today, can adopt these habits and witness profound change in our own lives. The habits of highly intelligent women aren't about how much they know, they're about how they live. They approach life with curiosity, compassion, and a fierce determination to grow. They embrace their emotions, learn from their failures, and rise above the noise of the world to become the best version of themselves. You too have the power to adopt these habits. You too can transform your life. It begins today with a single step. A step towards self-awareness, resilience, learning, gratitude, and care for yourself and those around you. The only person who can truly define your limits is you. So embrace your brilliance, your uniqueness, and your power. And watch as you create a life that not only transforms you, but the world around you as well. Self-awareness is often described as the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, behaviors, and thoughts, and how they influence your actions. But it goes much deeper than just this surface-level definition. It is about becoming attuned to the innermost parts of yourself, the way you respond to situations, your values, your limits, and your desires. It is an ongoing practice that requires a commitment to looking inward and understanding who you are at the core. In the context of highly intelligent women, self-awareness is the cornerstone that shapes their decision-making, relationships, and overall approach to life. To truly be self-aware, it means to have an intimate understanding of not only your strengths, but also your weaknesses. It involves embracing your flaws and imperfections without judgment. It allows you to approach life's challenges with authenticity, because when you know yourself, you are free to be who you truly are. There is no pretense, no mask, no fear of judgment. The self-aware woman is at peace with her identity, allowing her to make decisions that are true to her core values rather than reacting out of fear, insecurity, or societal expectations. For highly intelligent women, self-awareness is essential, because it helps them understand how their emotions and behaviors shape the way they interact with the world. They understand that their actions are often driven by internal factors, whether they are conscious of them or not. This awareness enables them to take ownership of their responses rather than letting their emotions or impulses dictate how they behave. For example, when faced with a challenging situation, a self-aware woman is more likely to pause and reflect on why she is feeling a certain way, whether it's frustration, anger, or fear before acting. She is able to differentiate between external circumstances and her internal reactions, which helps her to manage her emotions in a way that aligns with her intentions. One of the first steps toward cultivating self-awareness is to develop mindfulness, the ability to be fully present in the moment and observe your thoughts, feelings, and reactions without judgment. This means stepping back and becoming an objective observer of your own life. By practicing mindfulness, you start to notice the subtle patterns in your thoughts and behavior. You realize what triggers certain emotional responses, how your thoughts influence your actions, and what causes you to make certain decisions. Mindfulness allows you to pause before reacting and create space between stimulus and response. This space enables you to make more thoughtful and intentional choices, rather than simply acting on autopilot. Another critical aspect of self-awareness is understanding your personal values. What do you stand for? What are the principles that guide your decisions? Self-aware individuals have a deep understanding of their values and priorities, which helps them navigate life with clarity and confidence. They are not easily swayed by external pressures or influences because they know what matters to them and why. For example, a woman who values honesty and integrity will be less likely to compromise those values for the sake of convenience or approval. She will make decisions based on what aligns with her moral compass, even when it may be difficult or unpopular. Knowing your values also helps you to set boundaries and protect your energy. When you are clear about what is important to you, you can more easily discern what deserves your time and attention. You can say no to things that don't align with your values and yes to the things that nourish and support your well-being. This self-awareness helps you conserve your energy and focus on the things that matter most, rather than constantly spreading yourself thin or being pulled in multiple directions. By knowing your values, you create a roadmap for how to live your life authentically without compromising your integrity. One of the challenges of self-awareness is recognizing your weaknesses and limitations. It is easy to focus on our strengths, but being self-aware requires us to also acknowledge our areas for growth. This isn't about self-criticism or judgment, it is about being honest with ourselves. It means admitting that we are not perfect and that there are areas in which we can improve. Recognizing our weaknesses gives us the power to make conscious efforts to develop and grow in those areas. Self-aware women do not shy away from acknowledging their shortcomings, but they approach them with a growth mindset. They understand that weaknesses are not permanent, they are opportunities for growth and development. For example, if someone recognizes that they struggle with time management, they can take proactive steps to improve in this area by developing strategies, setting priorities, and practicing discipline. This is a key aspect of self-awareness, taking responsibility for our areas of improvement and actively working towards becoming the best version of ourselves. The self-aware woman is not defined by her weaknesses, she is defined by her willingness to face them head-on and make the necessary changes to grow. In addition to recognizing weaknesses, self-awareness also involves understanding your emotional triggers and how they influence your behavior. We all have certain situations, people, or circumstances that trigger strong emotional reactions, whether it's anger, anxiety, or frustration. Self-aware individuals are able to identify these triggers and understand why they evoke such strong emotions. This awareness allows them to respond in a more measured way rather than reacting impulsively or defensively. For example, if a highly intelligent woman knows that she tends to get defensive when criticized, she can prepare herself in advance for these situations. She may remind herself to listen actively, stay calm, and avoid taking things personally. By understanding her emotional triggers, she can choose how to respond in a way that aligns with her values and goals. This self-awareness helps her to manage her emotions more effectively and maintain control over her reactions rather than being controlled by them. Another important aspect of self-awareness is the ability to assess your own behaviors and patterns objectively. Self-aware individuals are able to take a step back and observe their actions without getting caught up in their emotions or biases. They can see the bigger picture and understand the impact their behavior has on others. For example, if a woman notices that she has been consistently avoiding difficult conversations, she can recognize this pattern and take steps to address it. She may realize that avoiding confrontation is a way of protecting herself from discomfort, but she also understands that it may be hindering her growth or preventing her from addressing important issues. Being able to objectively assess your behaviors also allows you to take responsibility for your actions. Instead of blaming others or external circumstances for your challenges, you recognize your role in creating them. This sense of personal responsibility empowers you to make changes and take ownership of your life. Self-aware individuals do not see themselves as victims of their circumstances. They understand that they have the power to shape their own lives through their choices and actions. To develop deeper self-awareness, it is important to make time for self-reflection. This can be done through journaling, meditation, or simply taking moments of quiet solitude to reflect on your thoughts and experiences. Regular self-reflection allows you to examine your thoughts, behaviors, and emotions with a fresh perspective. It helps you gain clarity about your goals, your values, and your sense of purpose. Through self-reflection, you begin to notice patterns in your thinking and behavior, and you can make adjustments as needed to align with your true self. Self-awareness is not something that can be achieved overnight. It is a lifelong journey. It requires patience, practice, and a willingness to be honest with yourself. It means constantly checking in with yourself, examining your thoughts and behaviors, and making conscious efforts to improve. It is about being curious about your own inner workings and developing a deeper understanding of who you are. It is not always easy to look within, especially when it means confronting uncomfortable truths or challenging long-held beliefs. But the rewards of self-awareness are immeasurable. When you are truly self-aware, you become the architect of your own life. You are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances or other people's opinions. You are free to make decisions that reflect your true values, your desires, and your vision for your future. You become more resilient in the face of challenges, more confident in your decisions, and more at peace with who you are. Self-awareness empowers you to live authentically, to pursue your dreams with clarity and purpose, and to create a life that is aligned with your deepest desires. Failure is often perceived as something to avoid, something negative or undesirable. In a world where success is celebrated and failure is seen as a setback, many people become afraid of it, trying to steer clear of anything that could lead to disappointment. However, highly intelligent women recognize that failure is not something to fear, but rather something to embrace. They understand that failure is a powerful tool for growth and a necessary part of the journey towards success. They see failure not as the end of a road, but as a stepping stone that provides invaluable lessons and insights. When you accept that failure is inevitable, it frees you from the pressure of needing everything to be perfect. You stop striving for an unrealistic version of success that comes without mistakes or missteps. The pressure to be flawless can be stifling and debilitating, but when you shift your perspective and view failure as a teacher, you begin to see it as a vital part of the learning process. Highly intelligent women have learned to take the sting out of failure by reframing it. Instead of looking at it as a reflection of their worth, they view it as an opportunity to grow, learn, and improve. This shift in perspective is incredibly liberating because it allows them to take risks without the paralyzing fear of falling short. One of the most important aspects of failure is the lessons it provides. When things don't go as planned, it forces you to take a step back and evaluate what went wrong. Highly intelligent women have the ability to reflect on their failures with objectivity. They do not beat themselves up or dwell on their mistakes. Instead, they ask themselves critical questions: what went wrong? Why did this happen? What could I have done differently? By asking these questions, they turn their failures into valuable learning experiences. Every failure teaches them something new about themselves, about their approach, or about the world around them. These lessons are what ultimately propel them forward and make them better equipped to face future challenges. Failure also builds resilience. It is easy to be confident when things are going well, but true strength is built in moments of adversity. When faced with failure, highly intelligent women do not crumble under the weight of it. Instead, they use it as fuel to push harder, to refine their strategies, and to persevere. They recognize that the most successful people in the world have experienced failure many times, yet they didn't let those experiences define them. Instead, they used each failure as a stepping stone toward greater achievement. Highly intelligent women are no strangers to setbacks, but they are always determined to keep moving forward, knowing that each failure is simply part of the process. Moreover, failure teaches humility. It reminds us that no one has all the answers and no one is invincible. Highly intelligent women approach failure with humility because they recognize that they do not know everything, and they are always open to learning from their mistakes. Instead of pretending they have it all figured out, they use failure as a reminder that there is always room for growth. This humility allows them to stay grounded and open-minded rather than becoming arrogant or complacent. They are not afraid to admit when they don't know something or when they've made a mistake. In fact, they embrace these moments as opportunities to learn and improve. Another reason failure is so transformative is that it sparks creativity. When things don't go according to plan, it forces you to think differently, to approach problems from new angles, and to come up with innovative solutions. For highly intelligent women, failure often fuels their creative thinking. They are not deterred by setbacks, but rather motivated to try new approaches. They understand that failure is often the result of trying something new, and trying something new requires creativity. This mindset encourages them to think outside the box and to experiment with unconventional solutions. As a result, failure often leads to breakthroughs and unexpected discoveries that would not have been possible without those initial setbacks. In addition to its individual benefits, failure also strengthens relationships. While failure can feel isolating, it is often through shared experiences of failure that bonds are deepened. Highly intelligent women are not afraid to be vulnerable about their failures. Instead of hiding or pretending they haven't struggled, they share their challenges with others. This openness fosters connection and creates a space for mutual support and understanding. By being transparent about their failures, they give others permission to do the same, leading to a culture of collaboration and empathy. These shared experiences make them more resilient, both individually and collectively, and strengthen their networks and relationships. Failure teaches perseverance. It is easy to give up when things aren't going your way, but highly intelligent women understand that success is often the result of sustained effort. They recognize that setbacks are temporary, and with enough time, effort, and persistence, they can overcome any obstacle. Failure is a reminder that success rarely happens overnight. It requires grit, determination, and the willingness to keep going, even when things get tough. For these women, the lesson is clear: as long as you don't quit, you are always moving closer to your goals, regardless of how many failures you experience along the way. Failure is not the opposite of success, but a crucial part of it. For highly intelligent women, failure is not something to be feared or avoided. It is a powerful tool for personal growth, resilience, creativity, and learning. They embrace failure because they understand that it is the gateway to success. Each failure teaches them something valuable, and each lesson learned brings them one step closer to achieving their dreams. Failure becomes a stepping stone to greatness, a necessary and transformative part of the journey. Self-care is a concept that has gained significant importance in recent years, but for highly intelligent women, it's not just about taking time to relax or pamper themselves. Self-care is a deliberate practice that includes physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It is a vital component of success, allowing them to function at their highest potential, make wise decisions, and contribute meaningfully to the world around them. It is not an indulgence, but a necessary aspect of maintaining balance and sustaining long-term personal growth. Highly intelligent women recognize that their minds and bodies are their most valuable resources. They understand that the pressures of life, whether from work, relationships, or personal goals, can deplete their energy and well-being if not properly managed. They prioritize self-care because they know that neglecting their physical or mental health can lead to burnout, emotional exhaustion, and a diminished ability to perform at their best. Without proper self-care, they cannot show up as their best selves, either for themselves or for others. By putting self-care at the top of their priority list, they ensure they have the energy, clarity, and strength to pursue their goals and navigate challenges effectively. Self-care for highly intelligent women involves more than just physical wellness. While exercise, nutrition, and sleep are essential components of their self-care routines, they also focus on nurturing their minds. Mental self-care is often about taking time to unplug, reflect, and recharge. This could involve meditation, journaling, reading, or simply taking moments throughout the day to pause and regain mental clarity. The demands of modern life can create a constant barrage of information, distractions, and responsibilities that can overwhelm the mind. Taking time to rest, breathe, and allow the mind to reset is crucial for maintaining focus, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. Without this mental space, the mind becomes clouded, making it difficult to think clearly or make sound decisions. Self-care practices such as meditation or mindfulness give these women the mental rest they need to perform at their peak. Emotional self-care is equally important. Highly intelligent women understand that they cannot function at their best if they are emotionally drained or overwhelmed. Life often brings stress, disappointments, and emotional challenges, and learning to navigate these feelings with grace is a crucial skill. Emotional self-care involves acknowledging and processing emotions rather than suppressing or ignoring them. This might include seeking support from a therapist or trusted friends, engaging in creative outlets, or simply allowing themselves time to experience and express their feelings. Suppressing emotions can lead to increased stress and can even manifest physically. Therefore, emotionally intelligent women give themselves permission to feel, reflect, and heal. By prioritizing emotional health, they maintain their ability to stay grounded, clear-headed, and capable of making thoughtful decisions, even in difficult circumstances. Setting boundaries is another critical aspect of self-care. Highly intelligent women recognize that in order to preserve their time and energy, they must establish boundaries with others. This means knowing when to say no to demands that don't serve their well-being or long-term goals. Boundaries can be in the form of work-life balance, social commitments, or emotional energy. Learning to say no when necessary is empowering, as it allows them to focus on what truly matters. Boundaries also include protecting their time and space from unnecessary distractions, enabling them to create an environment where they can thrive. By establishing healthy boundaries, they not only protect their own well-being but also create a life that aligns with their values and aspirations. In addition to managing their emotional and mental well-being, highly intelligent women also recognize the importance of physical health. They understand that a healthy body supports a healthy mind and that their physical health is integral to their overall sense of well-being. Exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate rest are foundational to their self-care routines. They make time for regular physical activity because it boosts energy, improves mood, and enhances cognitive function. Exercise is not just about maintaining physical appearance, but about nurturing the body's ability to perform at its highest capacity. Likewise, they prioritize nutrition, fueling their bodies with wholesome, nourishing food that supports both their physical and mental health. These women also understand the importance of sleep in maintaining their health, recognizing that proper rest is necessary for clear thinking, emotional stability, and physical energy. In the context of self-care, personal growth is a continual journey. Highly intelligent women are always looking for ways to improve themselves, and self-care supports that process. Self-care isn't about being complacent, it's about making sure that you have the energy and mindset to push forward, tackle challenges, and reach new heights. Self-care allows them the space to reflect on their progress, learn from their experiences, and make conscious decisions about the direction they want their lives to take. It involves taking time to reset, recalibrate, and align oneself with personal values and goals. This personal growth aspect of self-care ensures that they are not just going through the motions of life, but are actively engaged in shaping their future. Emotional resilience is one of the most important qualities that highly intelligent women cultivate, and it is a fundamental characteristic that allows them to navigate the inevitable challenges of life with strength, grace, and wisdom. It is not merely about being able to bounce back from difficult situations, but rather about developing a mindset and emotional toolkit that enables you to adapt, learn, and grow stronger from adversity. Resilience in the face of hardship is what empowers us to not only survive, but to thrive despite the storms that come our way. It involves a deep understanding of how emotions work, the courage to experience them fully, and the ability to channel them into positive action. At the core of emotional resilience is the recognition that life is unpredictable. It is filled with moments of joy and sorrow, success and failure, triumph and setback. What sets emotionally resilient women apart is their ability to face life's ups and downs without allowing those fluctuations to define them. They understand that while they may not have control over the external events that happen, they do have control over how they respond. This awareness allows them to remain grounded, focused, and centered, regardless of the circumstances. Instead of allowing themselves to be swept away by negative emotions or overwhelming situations, resilient women are able to take a step back, gain perspective, and approach the challenge with clarity and intention. Resilience also involves embracing vulnerability. It is easy to believe that emotional resilience means being tough, stoic, or impervious to pain. However, true resilience is about allowing yourself to feel deeply, to grieve, to express frustration, and to confront fear, all without losing your sense of self. Resilient women know that vulnerability is not a weakness but a strength. It is a testament to their ability to process and move through difficult emotions rather than suppress them. They understand that experiencing difficult emotions is part of the human condition, and by facing them head-on, they are able to heal and grow stronger. Being emotionally resilient does not mean avoiding pain or pretending everything is okay when it isn't. It means having the strength to face challenges with a sense of purpose, to sit with discomfort, and to embrace the lessons that come with adversity. Highly intelligent women who embody emotional resilience are often those who have faced significant hardships. Yet instead of being broken by those experiences, they have found ways to grow and evolve from them. They have learned to extract meaning from their pain and use it as fuel to move forward. One of the ways that emotionally resilient women build their resilience is by maintaining a positive and solution-oriented mindset. While it is natural to feel negative emotions such as fear, anger, or sadness in the face of difficulty, emotionally resilient women do not let those emotions dictate their actions. Instead of wallowing in self-pity or giving into hopelessness, they focus on finding a way forward. They look for solutions and ways to overcome the obstacles in front of them. rather than getting stuck in the problem itself. This mindset allows them to maintain hope and optimism even in the most challenging of circumstances. They understand that challenges are temporary and that with persistence and determination, they can find their way through them. Another key component of emotional resilience is the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Life rarely goes as planned, and it is often in the face of uncertainty that our emotional strength is tested. Resilient women are able to adapt to new situations with flexibility and an open mind. They are not rigid in their thinking or attached to a particular outcome. Instead, they are willing to reassess their goals, adjust their expectations, and find new ways to move forward. This adaptability allows them to navigate the unexpected with ease and confidence, knowing that no matter what comes their way, they have the skills to cope and adapt. An essential part of building emotional resilience is also learning how to manage stress effectively. Highly intelligent women understand that stress is a natural part of life, but they do not let it overwhelm them. Instead, they develop healthy coping mechanisms to manage stress, such as deep breathing, mindfulness, physical exercise, or talking to a trusted friend. They know that by taking care of their mental and physical health, they can build the capacity to face challenges without succumbing to burnout or emotional exhaustion. In fact, managing stress is a key way that they preserve their emotional well-being in the long term, ensuring that they can remain resilient through any crisis that may arise. Emotional resilience is also closely tied to self-compassion. Highly resilient women are able to treat themselves with kindness and understanding during difficult times. Instead of beating themselves up for mistakes or shortcomings, they offer themselves the same compassion and patience they would extend to a friend. They understand that failure is part of the process and that mistakes are opportunities for growth. By being gentle with themselves, they prevent negative self-talk from eroding their confidence and sense of self-worth. They create a nurturing internal dialogue that supports their emotional resilience, allowing them to recover more quickly from setbacks and keep moving forward with renewed determination. Finally, emotionally resilient women surround themselves with supportive people who encourage them, uplift them, and remind them of their strength when they are struggling. They understand that resilience is not about doing it all on their own, but about being able to lean on others when needed. They seek out relationships that nourish their emotional well-being, whether that's through family, friends, or mentors. These relationships provide a source of comfort and strength, helping them to face challenges with the knowledge that they are not alone. At the same time, they are discerning about the people they allow into their lives, choosing to distance themselves from those who bring negativity or drain their energy. Emotional resilience is a vital trait for anyone who wishes to lead a fulfilling and successful life. It allows you to approach difficulties with strength, confidence, and an unwavering belief in your ability to overcome them. It teaches you that while you cannot control the circumstances of your life, you can always control how you respond. This understanding empowers you to take ownership of your emotional well-being and gives you the confidence to face whatever challenges lie ahead. With emotional resilience, you can turn even the most difficult moments into opportunities for growth, learning, and transformation. Lifelong learning is not just a habit, but a mindset, a way of approaching life that fuels growth, adaptability, and success. For highly intelligent women, this is a fundamental trait that sets them apart. It's not about accumulating knowledge for the sake of it or becoming an expert in every field, but rather about continuously seeking opportunities to expand one's understanding and perspective. Lifelong learning encompasses everything from formal education to self-directed exploration, and it allows women to stay relevant, innovate, and become better versions of themselves throughout their lives. The beauty of lifelong learning is that it knows no boundaries. It doesn't require you to be enrolled in a university or hold a degree. Learning happens in many different forms and places, and anyone who has the curiosity and openness to learn can be a lifelong learner. Highly intelligent women are those who recognize that learning isn't confined to specific stages of life. They are committed to continuous growth, regardless of how much they already know or have achieved. They don't view learning as something that happens only in their youth or something that ends once they've reached a certain level of expertise. Instead, they embrace the idea that there is always more to discover, and that this constant discovery is what keeps them engaged, motivated, and excited about life. One of the key elements of lifelong learning is intellectual curiosity. It is the desire to know more, to understand the world better, and to deepen one's understanding of different subjects. Highly intelligent women possess an innate curiosity that drives them to seek answers to questions they haven't yet considered. This curiosity doesn't just involve gaining new information, it's about questioning assumptions, challenging beliefs, and exploring unfamiliar territories. It is this mindset that leads them to constantly explore new interests and skills, even in adulthood, where many might feel like they have already learned enough. This curiosity leads to an exploration of various disciplines. Whether it's diving into the realms of science, literature, history, technology, or philosophy, lifelong learners do not limit themselves to one area of expertise. They know that the more they learn across different fields, the more they begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. They understand that innovation often happens when knowledge from diverse fields is combined in new and creative ways. As a result, these women never stop exploring the world around them. They read, they listen, they engage in conversations, and they seek out new experiences that will broaden their horizons. Lifelong learning also involves embracing new challenges and acquiring new skills, especially as the world around us evolves. In an age of rapid technological advancements, highly intelligent women recognize that staying current is crucial for both personal and professional growth. Rather than resisting change or feeling overwhelmed by new trends and innovations, they embrace them with open arms. They see every challenge as an opportunity to learn and adapt. For example, they may pick up a new language, learn a new software program, or even take up a new hobby, anything that pushes them to develop new abilities and extend their knowledge. This flexibility and willingness to evolve are what keep them sharp and competitive, no matter the stage of life they are in. The process of lifelong learning doesn't just enrich the mind, it also has a profound impact on emotional well-being. By learning new things, women are constantly engaging in activities that stimulate their brain and keep them mentally healthy. Learning challenges the brain, helping it to stay active, flexible, and adaptable. This mental stimulation can lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in life. It combats boredom, monotony, and stagnation, replacing them with a sense of excitement, curiosity, and accomplishment. For highly intelligent women, this process is vital for maintaining a positive, proactive attitude toward life and the world around them. Another significant aspect of lifelong learning is the ability to learn from experience. Highly intelligent women understand that learning does not solely happen through formal education or books. Life itself is a teacher. They recognize that every challenge, setback, and success is an opportunity to gain valuable insights. They reflect on their experiences, analyze their mistakes, and strive to apply the lessons they've learned to future situations. This reflective approach allows them to grow not only intellectually but emotionally and psychologically as well. It helps them avoid repeating the same mistakes, and it provides them with the wisdom to make better decisions moving forward. Lifelong learning also encourages self-discipline and time management. Women who prioritize continuous learning are those who actively carve out time for it in their busy lives. They schedule moments to read, take courses, or engage in new activities, understanding that this investment of time and energy is essential for their growth. It requires a level of discipline to remain consistent, especially when faced with the daily demands of work, family, or personal commitments. These women make learning a priority because they recognize its long-term benefits, both for their careers and for their personal satisfaction.